I will be just quickly going over what we've learned so far in biochemistry leading up to module 2.3. What Dr. Morse says is that health is a lot less complex than people are saying. The foods that are biologically suited to your species will just simply make your body heal, get everything figured out. So if you're stuck in the plains of Africa, you're looking around, which one of the animals do we look like? Obviously it's monkeys, it's primates. And that helps us basically break things up into these different types of animals, different types of builds for your digestive system. And it usually has quite a bit of uniqueness to it when it comes to other things like extremities and skeletal systems and stuff like that. So just real quick so we can get over it. Carnivores like cheetahs, cats, lions, they have a rough tongue. They have a sacculated, non-sacculated colon, so minimal ability for absorption. When it's sacculated, it's like passes through slower. They have claws. They have, 100% covered with hair. They don't have sweat glands, and they have incisors. They have these big incisors, and they can only really chew unidirectional. Omnivores, mostly birds and dogs. They are opportunistic. The reason they don't live very long is they're not optimized for anything. Their colon is shorter than the human colon, but it is significantly large, so it shows that they could do some alkaline digestion. But they also are able to basically eat meat pretty well. They have acidic pee, which kind of is like a meat eater kind of thing, because that's the only way to break down meat into like amino acids and proteins and stuff. Herbivores, those are hoofed animals. We got big hoof energy when it comes to herbivores. They got big ringed stomachs, and they got 30 times the length of their spine. It's their GI tract, so it's got a huge intestine. They got multiple stomachs. They got huge intestines because like leaves, these super like starchy, super like you gotta really chew the fuck out of some leaves to even make it absorbable. Like all that shit is like has to be like broken down like quite a bit, and it takes time to take out what you need from the leaves, from the cud or whatever the fuck you're feeding your herbivores. But it's not like carnivores where they're just like throwing meat in there. Their intestines are short, they're not sacculated, they don't have multiple stomachs. They just straight up toss it in their stomach, where you have stomach acid. That's why you don't have like stomach fucking pH or anything. It's just stomach acid, and it gets disintegrated, so and it doesn't spend very much time in the intestines at all. All right, last but not least, I don't want to linger on this too much. Frugivores. These are motherfuckers with fruit vision. That's why you can see color. That's why dogs don't see color. They're not searching for fruit. Cats are not out there looking for making sure they're picking the right fruit. They can't even, name an animal that can do this, Name an animal that could do this. We got smooth tongues, like a shovel. And salivary digestion starts in the mouth, same as herbivores. We got small intestines that are sacculated. We got oblong stomach. We got basically made for extensive absorption. We're meant for alkaline digestion. That's why we have alkaline piss, just like herbivore. And then you can look at some other stuff like, in your group, herbivores, they have 24 molars. In your carnivore group, they have incisors in their mouth. In the frugivore world, we have 32 teeth, and they are unique to the type of animal that has this. The way your jaws move, the exact numbers, like it's just like monkeys. Our teeth are just like monkeys. Some people stay small their whole life. You're like, why is this person so small? Some of it could be hereditary, but also that hereditary thing could be from like your ancestors having a shitty diet. All of that gets put into your children. So all of these systems need to regenerate and keep going. and so you need to give your digestive system a break. It's basically what you would get out of this. You need to make sure you're eating food that's easy to digest, like fruit, that you're getting a full spectrum of minerals, vitamins, and amino acids from fruit, and yeah, that you're able to like clean yourself out by having healthy food. Fruit is hydrating. You know, it helps you do all kinds of things. It's magical, and we're gonna get into it. So let's examine the city part of the cell. You know, cities can be very gross, or they can be like Japan, where everybody cleans up their litter. This is what everybody remembers. So for some reason, this gets engraved in everybody's brain. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And these bean or rod-shaped organelles produce, store, and release ATP. That's the energy source for most chemical reactions within the cell. They use oxygen, which allows ATP to be produced. That is their own little metabolism. It's no worry to mention that some cells have cilia, which is hair-like extensions. So, you know, some of them get perms, some of them get weaves. This coordinated job is to move mucus. It's just always better when you eat just fruit. Do at least just a day of fruit. Do just a day of fruit. I promise you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Types of cell division are meiosis and mitosis. So half of the chromosomes and exact same number of chromosomes. So basically exact replication, and then like somewhat replication. So anyways, that is the end of module 2.3. I hope y'all learned something. I hope I was able to convey the message appropriately. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching the videos. I've been getting a lot of love on TikTok lately. People seem to like this short form. Maybe they're not making their way to the stream. Maybe only a few people are organically watching my videos of the streams getting cut down. But we're seeing growth, and especially on TikTok, we're seeing some organic growth. So people are liking it. People are saving the videos to their favorites. You know, a lot of people don't follow, but a lot of people leave likes, and a lot of these things are getting hundreds and thousands of views that I'm posting, and people are saving it to their favorites. You know, a bunch of people save that shit to their favorites when I say something about Turkey or you know, these other things that aren't being reported on in the news. They make absolute sense once you look into them. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you learned something. I'm going to fucking bed. I'm gonna go watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I just started it.